What's up, y'all? It's Lawrence from Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk. It's been a long time, but what a good time to do an unboxing. Because what do I got? I got Peter 1, Peter 2, and Peter 3. We gonna get the Spider-Man No Way Home 3 Peters from Marvel Legends unboxed. Let's go. Boom. Here we freaking go. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to get this collection. As you guys know, they dropped the 3-pack on Hasbro Plus, but they didn't have the license for the Andrew Garfield head, so that pack came with no unmasked heads. And I was about to get it. But I held it. I said, no, it's too expensive, and I love the unmasked head, so I said, no, thank you. But then, of course, as rumor would have it, a year later, they got it. And if you can tell, the boxes are a little different because this is the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, not even in frame. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 package, which I feel like they did a loophole here to get the 3 Peters. They had Andrew's likeness from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but not for Spider-Man No Way Home. So they just packaged them in this. But if you look at the head sculpting, you'll get a better look pretty soon. That is not of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. He's much older and his hairstyle is that of Spider-Man No Way Home. So they figured out a loophole, which is pretty dope. It sucks if you're mint on card collector and you like to have your stuff packaged and displayed, because as you can see, this packaging does not go with this wave. But I take my toys out of the box, so I don't care. Let's take a look at the boxes real quick. Let me get positioned. And as you can see, the Tobey and the Tom boxes are exactly the same, except his says Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and he is just Spider-Man. Same display. Turn this bad boy around, and you get some really cool artwork right here, which would be dope as a poster. It's pretty cool to see them all kind of displayed like this. Guys, this movie was a dream freaking come true. I never in a million years would have thought they would have got these 3 Spider-Men in the same movie. That was absolutely bananas to see them all in the same movie. And you can see this for Tobey's Spider-Man. Our friendly neighborhood hero swings in to help his fellow Spideys in his iconic suit. And boy, was he in his iconic suit. I'm so happy they barely updated these suits. And then you have Spider-Man. Same thing here, except his is a little different. Spider-Man is Peter Parker, a friendly neighborhood web slinger, and is unmasked, no longer able to separate his life. You get it, you can read it. And then we have this bad boy, very different, the Amazing Spider-Man. And back here, no matter what evil rises, the Amazing Spider-Man will summon the courage to defeat it. For with great power comes great response. This is the most generic thing you can put on any Spider-Man box. So you can tell they just put this together to get this figure out unmasked. Sorry, you might hear my son in the background. He is having a field day. That is what happens when you make a gingerbread house and he gets to eat the candy as you're making it before bedtime. Yikes. Pray for my wife. But let's get these bad boys opened. Let's go, man. So yeah, like I said, big fan of the movie. I grew up with the Tobey Spider-Man. Like, that's my Spider-Man. That's my favorite Spider-Man. Hands down, Tobey Maguire. Fight me. He was the first one to do it. Shout out Nicholas Hammond. Oh, this is dope. This is freaking dope. Wow. Take a look at this, guys. That is a great figure, man. And it's so interesting. Okay, so this is silver, but it's not as bright to me as it looks in camera. What's interesting is in the movie, I'll show you a picture right here. It is black in some lights. You know, if it's darker, it's black. If it's in sunlight, it's kind of like that gunmetal polish to it. So it's not like silver, but I don't mind it being this bright in figure form. His iconic emblem right here. Oh man, this is great. Let's take a look at this head sculpt. Focus. That does not look like Tobey Maguire, but to me, it's a good representation of him. Like, these figures are what, $25, $30 a pop. They're not figure arts. They're not hot toys. So I'm not coming in with that kind of expectation. But I will say, in hand, it looks a little bit more like Tobey than it does in camera right now. And it's funny, people are saying that he looks like he's from his movies, like a younger Tobey, but focus. But he looks older to me. He looks a little more weathered. I don't know. He doesn't look like the Raimi films age to me. But I don't know. This is a great freaking figure. Put him down right here. And of course, you get the mask. Look how dope that is, man. Now, there is some QC issues right off the bat. You can see this eye is just, it's a little cockeyed. It's not exactly even, as you can see. That kind of sucks, but it's no real big deal. But everything looks pretty good. I know I'm not a big Marvel Legends collector, and I know they don't really, I guess, paint the web lines on a lot of their figures, but it's cool that we got them here. And this is definitely a silver. It's maybe looking white in camera. That's more of a silver. And I just really dig the color here. The blue, the red. I wish there was a way to make it so it's not silver. It's like it's silver if you shine a light on it, but then it kind of looks black when you don't, like it was in the movie, but I'm not too mad about it. This is great. Let's check out his articulation. Oh, I saw some reviewers talking about how stiff this is. This is pretty stiff. It's very... Oof. And of course, getting ahead of myself, he comes with some of these, you know, flipping hands, the shooting his webs. No one fist. People were complaining he didn't get all the fists. I guess they promised, but to me that's all right. That's what makes that 3-pack with the no mess, that doesn't have the unmessed head special. They had a lot of accessories like that, so yeah, I don't mind that. I don't need all that, but pretty good here. Definitely can get him into some Spider-Man poses. It's not as stiff as some of the reviewers that I was listening to made it seem like it was. See if we pop this hand off. How easy is that? Pretty good. And throw in this hand. There we go. Let's pop this head off. Pretty easy. Yeah. That looks good, man. People were kind of complaining about the shape of the head. This looks great to me. It's a perfect no, but it's also not a $100 figure arts or a Mayfix figure. So this looks pretty freaking good. Peter 2. My Peter 1. Because, oh, it is stiff though. Got that drop down hips right here. Got the swivel. I love the body type. Like, it kind of feels like he's a little older. It's not as over muscular. Okay. I'll save Peter one for last. Let's get Andrew out, man. Now this figure, from the images, I thought this looked fire. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but I was a fan of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, if that makes sense. I loved his Spider-Man, loved his Peter Parker, loved his chemistry with Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy. I just felt the movies were a bit redundant since we just kind of finished the Raimi films, and was not a fan of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I loved him in it, and I loved the more comic accurate suit. Let's get all the accessories out, and we'll go over them. Okay. All right, so here we have Andrew Garfield, who gave such an amazing performance in Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, he was able to like get his kind of like his what's the question? He got the closure he needed when he saved MJ. It was like him saving Gwen Stacy, and like he got the closure he needed, which was great for the actor and the character. Let's take a look at this head sculpt first up. Guys, that's a freaking great head sculpt of Andrew Garfield, man. The hair's a little dark, but that's all right. But you can't really see the 5 o'clock shadow they put on him. The light's a little bright. Bring down the brightness a little bit. Maybe that'll help you see some of the details. But that's great. Now, one thing is his suit is pretty dark. And I don't recall his suit being that dark in comparison to Tobey's. I felt like they were in the same kind of family, except that Andrew's was a little bit shinier. I don't know. But I love this body style. His spider logo. And on the back, that's freaking great. I like that he's taller. He's clearly taller, as Andrew is, which is great. The scaling is pretty dope. And it's a great figure, man. This is fantastic. And I'm a big costume guy. Like, I love costumes. So to have these kind of three just Spider-Man costumes next to each other is dope. That's how I mean, that's the big reason why I got that Batman 6-pack, is to see all the movie suits together, and to have all these Spider-Man suits together is dope. And yeah, this one actually isn't as stiff. They're kind of gummy though. They're a little gummy, but not stiff. People were talking like they felt like they were gonna break theirs. He has he has his flipping hands in already. And he kind of comes with this kind of pointing hand. Now, that would have been cool if they all had pointing hands, man. That would have been dope. But they don't. He comes with some kind of reaching hand and this fist. And I'm sorry, I should have went over Tobey's other hand. Tobey's hand, he kind of has this, I don't know if you remember that first poster from the Spider-Man, kind of has that like crumpled up hand that was climbing the wall. But yeah. Oh, this is pretty great. Oh, it's a little stiff though. Got that drop down hips. But don't need to heat it up or nothing. And let's take a look at his mask. Focus. That's pretty great. A little off center. Maybe these were rushed. in production. But it still looks really good. Really good. If you want to compare, make a comparison between. I mean, honestly, to me, I like Tobey's costume way better than Andrew's, but these eyes, man, these eyes is what do it for Andrew's costume. And to be honest, they're pretty similar. Let's pop this head off. And there is, okay. Oh, that's a little, that's taking a little bit more elbow grease than I want. There we go. Now, I don't know if you can see it. Oof. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but his red in person does have a hint of kind of a metallic kind of sheen to it. Like there's something about it that's a little shiny and kind of like that kind of shiny spandex, where his is just more just a flatter red. And they both have similar texturing in the legs. And he has more texturing in his red. Will you zoom in? You see? I mean, focus. Whereas his doesn't have that same texturing. But they both have it in the blue. So what's your favorite Spider-Man? Movie and depiction. This is great. And I like that he's like a little lankier, you know. Andrew Garfield was taller. He was much skinnier. He was like that kind of like Todd McFarlane kind of Spider-Man. A little lanky, and everything was kind of like a little exaggerated. It's dope, man. That's pretty dope. I have to say my favorite Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home is Andrew Garfield. Like his his performance was amazing, and just like the Peter that doesn't get an ounce of peace. You know, he's stopped pulling his punches. Like he never was able to get over what happened to Gwen. So he is not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. All right. Now this is dope, man. Now that 3-pack, they had the integrated suit, which looks cool, but I hate the whole idea of it, because the whole point is like the nanotechnology got on his basic Spider-Man suit and integrated it, but it was just to sell toys. Because even in the movie, it was all CGI. He wore the regular Spider-Man suit, and they put that gold in post. Because if it's an integrated suit, you should have access to some of that tech, right? No, it just made it cosmetically different. And I think it was their way to distinguish him from the other Spider-Man. You know, it's like the lead singer in a band is always wearing something that stands out a little bit more. That's what it felt like. So by the end of the movie, when we got him in that final swing suit, I went nuts. Because my whole complaint about the MCU Spider-Man is that he just has too much. His access to Tony Stark's tech and money kind of took away the part of Spider-Man that I loved, which is he's homegrown. He's making stuff in his home in Queens or in his apartment, and he is a street level hero But his powers get him to some crazy adventures. But at the end of the day, he's sewing his costume. He doesn't have access to all this stuff, only what he can build. By the end of the movie, they gave us that in this kind of Steve Ditko inspired suit. And yo, in hand, it's even better than what you're seeing. So first up, let's take a look at this head sculpt. Now, I don't have any of the Tom Holland figures, but I do believe this kind of matches what you get, although the paint job is a little different. This is a good likeness to Tom Holland. Comparing the heads. I think it's a toss-up. I think Tom Holland's the closest likeness out of all of them. But let's look at this suit, man. This suit is amazing. The red is so bright. Much brighter red compared to Tobey's red. You know, a little bit cleaner. And the blue is straight up metallic. If you can see, has that really great shine to it. QC issue. Haven't really been seeing too many QC issues except the masks. Definitely one there. Definitely got to fix that spider logo. And let's see. Oh yeah, this one was very rushed. Look at that. And a lot of people are complaining about that. Anyways, who cares? Or anyway, Jack's gonna correct me. It's not anyways, guys, it's anyway. I love this suit. I didn't think I was gonna love it this much in person. I love this suit. I love how it all comes together. The spider doesn't get as lost as it does, as I thought it would, seeing it in pictures. This is an amazing suit, pun intended. And oh yeah, these joints are gummy. Oh, now that is stiff. That's stiff. Has great articulation, but oh, that feels like I'm gonna snap it. Yeah, you might have to bring a blow dryer to this guy, to these guys. This guy, for me, for sure, because it's like, there we go. But same kind of articulation. Can do the splits. Can we do the splits? Can do the splits. Nice. Great looking figure. Just very stiff. Got those drop down hips. Once you warm this guy up, you can get in some pretty cool poses, man. And I love it. In this suit kind of reminds me of how the animated series Spectacular Spider-Man, how he was drawn a bit with the wide web lines. I dig it, man. And his mask, let's take a look at this. This is straight up like Steve Ditko right here. It's that classic Spider-Man mask. And again, the eyes are a bit silver. This is great. What I love about all these figures, you can't say that one is the definitive Spider-Man look and one isn't. They all kind of are. They all are. And that's what works. That's why I rather collect this guy than the integrated suit. Because just having 3 different interpretations of the classic suit is fire. Let's pop this head off. Ooh. Okay. We're in there. This is dope. Bring it down a little bit. Oh, this is great, guys. And for scaling, yeah, Andrew's taller, and I think Tobey and Tom are about the same height. This is pretty great. He comes with more hands than these guys, the other guys. He has 2 thwipping hands. and 2 crawling hands. And he comes with his fists in. Yo, I wish we had pointing hands. Let's get the meme going. Something like that. That's pretty freaking cool. That's cool, man. Yo, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'll fix that up right there, his emblem, but it ain't that big of a deal. I just love the detail and how these are all so similar yet so different. Let's pop these heads off. Get these unmasked heads on. And let's mix and match a little bit. Let's see what it would look like. Ooh, Andrew Garfield's. Let's see what it would look like if, Tom Holland. Oh, where are you? Where is that Tom Holland head? Here we go. If he was wearing Tobey's suit. What do you guys think? Now, I will say Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the least muscular out of all of them. They did him wrong. He's a little frumpy, which they did him wrong. Let's see here. Tobey looks good in this amazing. Oh, that's a good fit. I figured these two would be better fits because he looks a little. Yeah, that fits. I think his fits better. But I think Andrew's head's gonna be a little. Yeah, his head is bigger. Thus, I think he needs a neck. I think he needs a neck on his. And I don't think that works. But for fun, you kind of want to do an alternate kind of world. Well, that doesn't. I was going to use the Chris Evans. That doesn't even fit. Doesn't even fit. Never mind. All right, let's get these guys back in the heads they're supposed to have. But that's pretty fun, man. Kind of mixing and matching. I'm digging them. I got mine all pretty much Target. Went to different Targets, but Target. I got, I ordered from Big Bad and then I canceled it once I saw that I can get it. Amazon has screwed me over so many times with pre-orders and not being able to get them. But now if you want to see what it looks like, if you have a Mayfix Spider-Man, you can do a big multiverse thing and the comic Spider-Man gets into this. Boom. Here he is. This Mayfix Spider-Man. And that's and that's what I'm saying. That's what's really cool about these suits and how the directors really showcase these suits, because they all look like a version of the comic book, especially Tom's now. And Look at this. This is not too different. And I bought a bootleg. Oh, excuse me. I bought a bootleg Mafex. That's not the bootleg. But I bought a bootleg one, which gave me extra webs. So if I wanted to, I think I can add these extra webs, if I wanted to my display, which I think I might. Gotta finagle it a bit, but you know. Oh man, that's really dope. Let's get these masks on one more time and close out the video. Yeah, these come on and off pretty easily. Yeah, I didn't use a cup of hot water or a blow dryer, as you can see, and they come off pretty good. They are a little gummy, but I don't think anything is gonna bend, break, or snap. Now, I want to say one more thing about these movie costumes. It really is cool because it feels like Tom Holland Spider-Man, his Peter Parker, was so inspired by these two Spider-Men that came before him that obviously when he made his suit in general looks like theirs, right? And it looks like he took elements. It looks like he took elements of each of these guys' suits. Because like right here, I mean, you can really see like where he borrowed their logos from. Like the legs of his logo are like his, but the body is like Tobey's, you know? It's like a combination. It's like he borrowed from both of them, playing homage to his big brothers, and he doesn't have that texture in his blue. In the movie, it looked pretty smooth. That's freaking great, man. All right, I've talked your ear off enough. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you grabbed this pack, if you got the 3-pack, if you hate these figures. Let me know who your favorite Spider-Man is. Let me know what your favorite Spider-Man movie is. Let me know. Yeah, that's it. All right, hit subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, leave a comment. I just said that. I'm tired. Sorry. And, I'll be back with more unboxings. I took a big break, but I'll be back. I got some cool stuff coming in. I'll be back. Same Spider time, same Spider channel. Peace.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk.